Hello, everyone. Today I will be presenting my favorite part of the brain, the thalamus, also known as the gateway to the cortex. I will begin by discussing where the thalamus originated. The neuroanatomical term thalamus was pioneered by ancient Greek physician, philosopher, and surgeon Galen of Pergamon in 2nd century AD. Galen described the thalamus to be a hollow structure which led to the ventricles of the brain. After 1,500 years of enduring several language translations and traveling across countries, the thalamus finally found its modern definitive meaning with a man named Thomas Willis in the 17th century. So, what exactly is the thalamus? The thalamus is a subcortical, gray matter structure primarily composed of cell bodies. When viewing a coronal section of the brain, the thalamus appears as two egg-shaped structures. There are some areas of white matter in the thalamus as well, containing axons. Additionally, the thalamus contains several various nuclei formed by excitatory and inhibitory neurons. I spy, with my little eye, a thalamus. Located in the upper portion of the diencephalon, the thalamus is positioned approximately in the center of the brain with its two bilateral and symmetrical structures spreading across the midline of the brain. What exactly does the thalamus do for us? Well, a lot actually. The primary function of the thalamus is to filter and relay sensory and motor information from contralateral sensory organs of the body to the cerebral cortex where it is processed and interpreted. All sensory information, excluding olfaction, passes through the thalamus. The thalamus essentially acts as a gateway or security checkpoint to the cerebral cortex. The thalamus also plays a role in other processes, including consciousness, prioritizing attention, cognition, learning, and memory. Now, let's talk about thalamic nuclei. They're kind of a big deal. Each sensory system, except for olfaction, has a unique thalamic nucleus responsible for receiving, processing, and sending information to an area in the cortex associated with the type of sensory information it provides. This table from Cleveland Clinic presents the different thalamic nuclei, their functions and roles, and the sections of the cerebral cortex they are associated with. The reticular nucleus is the only type of thalamic nuclei that does not project to the cerebral cortex. Finally, I will discuss what happens when the thalamus is damaged and how these harmful effects can be treated. Damage to the thalamus can result in a wide range of various symptoms. These include memory loss, apathy, aphasia, attentive and alertness issues, impaired sensory information processing and movement, chronic pain, and sleepiness. Several conditions and disorders are linked to damage to the thalamus. Some of these include sleep disorders, including insomnia and fatal familial insomnia, thalamic aphasia, movement disorders such as tremors, problems with vision, including vision loss or light sensitivity, and thalamic pain syndrome, which is characterized by irregular sensations and interpretations of temperature from the half of the body contralateral to injury. Several treatments are available for thalamic conditions and disorders, including different forms of therapy and deep brain stimulation. The goal of sensory re-education exercises is to reteach the brain how to properly process sensory information. A couple types of exercises include sensory locating, which aims to retrain the brain to properly identify where sensory information is coming from, as in touch, and temperature differentiation exercises. Speech, cognitive, and physical therapies are used to treat symptoms of thalamic damage associated with their form of therapy. Finally, deep brain stimulation can be used to treat tremors resulting from damage to the thalamus. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation on my favorite brain part.